Hello, everyone. Linda Wilson here from Learn to Transcribe Academy. And I have the pleasure today of speaking with Miss Rema, who is a recent graduate of our legal transcription with apprenticeship course. And I want to turn it over to Rema now and let her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about herself and her background. And so go right ahead, Miss Rema.
Yeah, good afternoon, Miss Linda. Thank you for having me. So I've been working with you actually since 2020 when I thought back about it the other day. Remember I contacted you to help me with a resume? I was trying to do some part-time work doing police transcription. You helped me with the resume, I landed the job, but I didn't have the skills. So since then, I've been able to take some of the legal, I took the deposition course, I've taken your grammar and punctuation course, and just recently retired from a 30-year career. I was really looking forward to taking this course. I remember stalking your website all the time. What's new on there? And I was able to start in March, and with a lot of encouragement from you, a lot of times as a student thinking, I'm never gonna make it. You've helped me get through it, and I did it, I passed, so I'm excited.
You did.
I'm
You
excited.
just retired from a 30-year career. What were you doing?
I worked as a 911 dispatcher. It was a multi-agency, and we did both police, fire, and medical. So it's really busy. And that's another thing. It was a fun job and I loved it, but it's been a detriment in this career because I really need to slow down and look for errors. You know, in my other job, everything is as fast as you can get it, do it, type that information in, and it's permanently there once you type something, and misspelling words like phone and neighbor. And now I have to reprogram myself to train myself to spell these words right. I see that when I look at other people from Canada or the UK, and they have the different English typing, how they have to adjust if they're typing something from America, being exposed to that, learning that. That's going to come up in my career.
That's right. And where were you located doing this? Like what area of the country?
So I am in the Seattle-Tacoma area. So yeah, and we had some of the suburbs, about 9 police agencies, real busy, lots of violence, a lot of stabbings and shootings and carjackings, and I'm glad I retired when I did.
Well, after you retired, you found, as most people do, you had a lot of free time on your hands. So that was the perfect time to go ahead and take the transcription course, right? Or a transcription course, and you chose mine and you went through it. You did great with it. And like you said, you just had this background of everything being quick and fast from your 911 operator days, abbreviating things, and it was a little learning curve for you to have to slow down and slow yourself down a little bit. You were working in a different, that I don't even know how to say it, but that was your challenge more so than anything else, was taking a little bit of time and backing up and really looking for these mistakes that you just zipped right over. And then when you started looking, it was like, oh, I see it now, right?
Big time. It jumps right out at me.
Yeah. Well, Rema, I can't thank you enough. You have also been helping me with moving some of the files in and out of through Dropbox of the students as they're sending files in, and we have to get them back and forth. You've been excellent lately helping me with that. So tell us what you've been doing exactly on that.
Well, as everyone who's going through the program knows, you submit your file and then you'll get one back, as long as you don't need to make any more corrections. So for right now, I started out with the easy ones where they sent their file and I just send the to-go by video for them. Walk through Dropbox, doing that with all the students. Very tedious, so I can see how it takes up a lot of your time. And then I'm moving slowly into working through some of the corrected files. If it's been their second or third or fourth attempt, I think, oh, I'll go through and check it with the key, send them on the next file if they're ready to transcribe, or send them back with a few errors that I noticed. I am looking mostly just for formatting, do they have the names Mr. Attorney in the right place, the colloquy, things that you've taught me, the mistakes that I made that I'm kind of looking for. So if a student gets one back and something got missed, a misspelled word, it might have been me who was mainly looking for formatting errors and stuff.
You're looking for the major
The
mistake.
major things. I know that as a student going through this, all of these little errors that I see people making are the same ones I made. And
Mhm.
now I don't make them anymore because, okay, I corrected it and now I know to watch for that. And I see the students in their work. It's only been a short time I've helped you, but I can already see how they're also, oh, I caught that. I did that again. And then they send back the next file and they're on it. They caught that. It's cemented in their head.
Right. Well, having you help me with the files, because you had been all through it, you walked in their exact shoes and you understand how they feel because you just finished the course yourself not long ago. I think it's important rather than just having a proofreader come in who hadn't actually done this. And so that's why I asked you, would you be interested in helping me with this? And you agreed. And I was so excited. I was like, oh, thank goodness. And I wonder, looking at other students' files as they're coming and going, you're just sort of peeking into them a little bit, not critiquing them 100%, but just looking at them. Is that helping you also on your side to start noticing little things that maybe you didn't?
Yes, immensely. That has helped me and also helped me decide where I want to take this skill that you've learned me. It's like your course is the foundation. So I want to move more into editing or proofing, being able to go through that document and look for those things, and being able to do that with these assignments has really helped me a lot. And then when I would go back and do one of my assignments, I'll just practice, while I've been waiting, I'll practice typing stuff and I'll go, oh, I got it that time. I got it that time, because I'll notice, oh, on that student, they missed this, but I used to miss it, but I noticed it this time. It's helped me immensely.
One reason I ask you specifically, several reasons. One, we've been friends online for 3 years or more now, right? And I trust you, and I know you're a very honorable, honest person, and we don't have to worry about you. I'll just say being, critiquing anybody else or anything. You're just there to help, and I like that. And then the next thing is, by you going through it yourself, kind of what to look for, and it also is helping you to think toward yourself and your career, what you would like. And you told me a long time ago you actually went through court reporting school, or partially, didn't you?
Yes, got up to about 140 words a minute. I was going to school, working full time, and working on my job. My husband at the time I was working his city, and he decided to get shot again. So he got shot and he was critically injured, but he made it through. But that kind of put a big hole in my balloon, and my momentum and my drive for court reporting. I was so distracted with all the aftermath of that. So I tried doing it from home, doing private coaching, but I always loved it. I love the court reporting. I love the transcribing, hearing what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and struggling with hearing what they're saying. And then when you go back through, you're like, oh, I caught it this time. So there's little rewards within the job itself. But, I had taken another transcription course a long time ago. I think it's pretty popular out there, spent a lot of money for it. There was no interaction whatsoever with the instructor. If you sent an email, you usually would get a short response back. You're on your own. Here's the course, you're on your own, study on your own. And what I love about your course is the feedback and the mentorship. Yes, you get us an apprenticeship program, but you mentor us throughout the course as well. Our Zoom meetings that you take time out of your day to do for us, you don't have to do that. So I think the difference in your course that really highlights and makes it stand out to me is the personal feedback and the knowledge. You are a court reporter. You've been in the trenches. You know what they're looking for. That other course that I took, she had no court reporting experience. So I feel like with your course, I got such a bargain, and the nuggets, the things that you've added, even since I started, that have helped me. And it's amazing. Your course is just amazing to me.
Well,
What I've learned.
thank you, Rema. I appreciate that. I really do.
Well, and I
Well,
appreciate you, your integrity, and your desire to help everyone. I love that about you. You really want to see people succeed, and I
yes,
appreciate that.
absolutely, I do. And you know, for your career path, you know, you started out and you're like, well, I want to do an apprenticeship and transcribe. And now you've kind of started rethinking that a little bit, thinking, you know, I might be a better fit to learn how to do editing instead. And we've talked about that. And I'm at the moment going through some training myself to become certified to do exactly that. And you're going to take that training from me, and we're going to get you launched into. It's
Yeah.
just a different pathway, and I think that might suit your personality a little better than, you know, just pounding the keys 14 hours a day, where you're editing, looking for things. You're developing that eye for detail, um, that's needed for, you know, editing or proofing. And I really think you're going to enjoy it. And actually, I think you're going to make more money with it.
Oh, good. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And so I want to help you with that.
I
And
appreciate that.
I am going to help you with that. Don't you worry. We're going to get you there. And right now, I just can't thank you enough for everything that you've been doing to help me lately. You've just been great. And
An honor to have the opportunity to help you, Linda, for
well,
everything that you give to us and that you've done for me. It's an honor to be able to help you.
well, I feel honored that you're helping me.
Well, there we go.
So there we go. Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to add before we close it out, just go right ahead.
Oh, I just can't say how much I've really appreciated your support, the times I've wanted to quit, or I felt like I just don't have it, and you gave me the words I needed to keep me going, and you were right. Linda was right. I made it.
Yeah, I remember that. You got discouraged several different times.
Yes.
You were hitting what we call the little walls. You
Okay.
hit a brick wall, and there are several of them in there. And I got them in there on purpose on the course because I need you to learn how to hit that wall and climb over it.
Okay.
And I want to help you get over that wall. And then that, to me, that's what a good trainer does. They don't make it so easy that everybody just zips through it and goes out there and goes, okay, I've had the training, hire me, because they're going to hit those brick walls out there in real life, in reality. So why not go ahead and get them over the walls now?
I
And
didn't know you did that.
you see what I'm saying? And
Yes.
then it won't feel like a brick wall. It's like, I got this. I know how to do this. And so I do have a few challenging little brick walls that I actually put in the course on purpose because I want everybody to understand how to get over and climb over that wall. And I will help you to do that. You just got to believe in yourself, believe that you can do it. And this is where you pull from your own inner strength. And
Thank you.
it's all about believing in your own ability, getting outside your comfort box. You're outside that zone a little bit, and you got to understand, okay, I can't stay in the comfort level forever, or I'll be stuck here for 20 years. You got to move out of it. And to do that, that's to me what a good coach does. They push you. They push you out in a manner, you know, that not just throw you out, sink or swim, but help you get over the brick wall. I don't know if that's a very good explanation, but that's how I'm calling it, little brick walls.
Well, I didn't know that, and it worked. You got me through them, and I
It
saw
does.
that each one.
Well, you know, you can't hold somebody's hand and sit in the chair with them, you know, and make it too easy, but you don't want to go the opposite and make it so difficult that nobody can do it. You've
Exactly.
got to find that medium where you understand their struggle, you know that they're having a hard time with it, and you want to help them to get over that brick wall. I'm trying very much to do that with each student. I hope I'm doing a good job, because you hit a few brick walls and you were just ready to throw in the towel.
And I think for me, it's easier for me to say I'm throwing in the towel because this isn't a career that's a necessity for me. So then I have empathy for the people who are struggling at those same jump brick walls, but they have the pressure of, oh my gosh, I have to feed my kids. I have this medical bill. So you knowing that I could have jumped away really easy, you still gave me just the right amount of push that I needed to say, okay, I'll keep going. And I appreciate that.
That's true. I mean, you don't really need the new career or the money or anything. You've already had your career and you're okay with money. So it's not that you're going into this to support a family with, like some of the students have to do. And they do have extra pressure. Maybe those bills are piled up and, they're just feeling very emotional and upset, and they don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, or if they don't get some money coming in pretty quickly, they're going to lose their house. And so I do try to be very mindful of all that, because I know how that feels. And so we want to always try to I don't want to say step in their shoes exactly, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
To be
Empathy, yeah.
empathy and sympathy to each person's needs. And I know that some people need the job worse than others. Some people just want part-time, just something to do. And other people are going to be dependent. If they don't succeed with this, they're in trouble. And so
They can do it. They've got the right coach.
they can do it. Every
can do it.
person is different, but
Yep.
you've got to be motivated and you've got to really want something to make it, no matter what it is.
Right.
If you're trying to get an Olympic gold medal in a sport, you don't just go train over the weekend and wind up on the Olympic team. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of time goes in it, repeating the same thing over and over and over, just like a musician, recording a song. They've been through that song hundreds of times, until it's completely, every little note is memorized. And so that's kind of how this works too.
Exactly.
We break it down into little bite-sized pieces, and then in the end it all starts kind of coming together for you.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
how I've designed this. Well, I'm glad to hear that you liked everything and that you're happy so far. And it just makes me so excited to talk with you and work with you, Rema. You are just such a wonderful, wonderful person. You really are.
Thank you, Linda.
Well,
Takes one to know one. Thank you for your time and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And you stay in touch and we'll be talking again soon. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Rema.
Bye-bye.
Bye.